Hi, everyone. Colleen O'Neill here, your divorce consultant, trained mediator, trained educator, trained therapist. And I am here with my dear friend and colleague, Caroline Wetzel. Caroline, thanks for coming.
Truly a pleasure, Colleen. So nice to learn from you, chat with you, and share with you my own professional expertise and financial self-care and financial health. Love to provide clients peace of mind.
Can you share with people what you're doing?
Sure. I love to work with clients and help them understand what's important to them and how can they organize and structure all the pieces of their financial puzzle, from saving and spending, investments and insurance and managing debt, and make their dreams a reality, even in dynamic times like these very dynamic times we've experienced these last 11 months.
That's awesome, Caroline. And I know you do an amazing job. I've referred people to you as well. During COVID, Caroline and I have been able to have some really great, not only professional conversations, but personal conversations, and kind of came together and kind of fusing those together right now. But one of the things that Caroline and I have talked about is, what have we learned professionally and personally during COVID? So Caroline, can you share what you've learned professionally and personally during this past year with COVID?
Absolutely, Colleen. I think the greatest lesson is the interconnectedness of everything. I genuinely took for granted just how much my physical health was related to my social life, related to my professional life and personal life and financial health. And that's something that I absolutely took for granted before. And I just don't want to forget going forward, Colleen. How about you?
Yeah, and I think that's so important for us not to forget going forward. I think for myself, personally and professionally, which always is one for me, I'm not really any different on either end of the spectrum there. But what I think I've learned was, and I'm grateful for, is, I think I've said before, and the opportunity to actually pause and to kind of like put the skids on and be able to just like reflect and breathe and stop and have a moment to not be running around and so harried, which then by doing that, which by being more mindful, by being intentionally more mindful, has allowed me to not only look at my personal relationships, it's allowed me to look at my professional relationships, my relationships with my relationship with my health, my relationship with my own finances. And it's really during this time, this unfortunate time, but if it's going to be an unfortunate time, then I want to take something away from it. And so it's allowed me to see what, as you had referred to, Carolyn, which was that interconnectedness with not only everything about myself, but myself and my community. And whether that's a local community or a global community, it is that interconnectedness that I think has, it got lost in my life a little bit. And so I'm really happy to have had this opportunity.
I love how you describe that, Colleen, and you use those words like stop and pause and relationships, because I think that's another thing we've talked about. That's what it's all about. When it comes to life, it's around with whom are we spending our time, how are we applying our energy, and how are we aligning our heads, our hearts, and our pocketbooks with those things that are important to us. And I think just as you described that this time has highlighted the importance of that, it also has inspired at least me to see that we can have a level of intentionality around what we do and why we do it. And I think that's why I'm so excited around your openness and suggestion around why not share these types of conversations and the integration of health and mental health and financial health in this type of way through videos together. I think it's a great vision you have.
Yeah, and I'm glad, because I think this is a perfect opportunity to share with everybody through our conversations that Carolyn and I have had over the past months, through our personal and professional conversations. We've launched a program called FAST, FAST, which stands for Financial Awareness and self-transformation, and that they're not mutually exclusive, that they are interconnected, that one without the other can almost feel overwhelming. So sometimes you don't even know that your financial wellness is connected to your emotional wellness. And so Carolyn and I have decided to create videos going forward that have kind of that layman's term, just tips that making small tweaks can really help your lifestyle and your life and not feel like you have the weight of the world on you.
And I love, even in the name of the video experiences themselves, the idea is that the information is digestible, it's distilled, and it's things that you can use fast, today, now, to positively influence your personal, professional, health, and financial future.
And that's a great reminder, Carolyn, that you can take the tips we will have going forward and implement them today to help yourself have a better life going forward. So everybody, please continue to come on to the channel and watch for our videos going forward. We will have tips and helpful ideas for your vision to support you in it, but not to overwhelm you. So Carolyn, thank you so much for coming on. I look forward to putting our video series together so that people can watch. And please don't forget to subscribe below to the channel, Mediation and Beyond. And we'll look forward to helping you and learning from you in the future. Thanks, Carolyn.
Thank you.